Hey there guys, Ben here filling in for 7WebHeads. Of course he wanted me to talk about a special little game that even he didn't know about when it came to Spider-Man. I'm here to tell you about the sequel to Web of Shadows that never happened, a game that would have been known as Spider-Man Classic. As most of you know, in 2008, Activision and Shaba Games released Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Despite the mixed reception that game got, it apparently sold well enough for Shaba Games to begin work on a sequel. One of the crazier things that we know about the game is, unlike the last one, it would have had two playable characters as opposed to just two playable suits from before. Spider-Man would have been one of them, as expected, and Wolverine of all people would have been a playable character. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds very strange to me. But for all we know, this could have been a good thing. The game might have even had co-op with having two playable characters like that. The game was described as such by the lead character designer, known as El Escapo. Our intention was to revisit classic Spider-Man villainy in short story fashion, like a best of anthology of boss fights, told in by panel faithfulness to the original comic book. From what we know, the villains were going to include Mysterio and Carnage, as we have concept art of them. But from the way he describes the game, I'm betting we also would have gotten some of his most famous villains, such as Kraven and Green Goblin, although we probably wouldn't have gotten Walrus, but hey, I'm the only fan of that character, so go figure. We might have even gotten some of Spider-Man's biggest moments, such as the death of Gwen Stacy, but once again, who knows. With Carnage and Mysterio, we do get some nice concept art, which I do like the concept art personally, and the Mysterio fight even gets a description. The central idea was that the image that you typically see of Mysterio isn't really him. Everything is a projection. This would have allowed us to get really fantastic with the Mysterio fight. Spidey could shrink to the size of an ant, fighting a tentacled serpent-demon Mysterio. Anything was possible. The real Mysterio was in a VR suit, puppeteering everything from behind the curtain. Now I find that idea interesting myself, that Mysterio would be in a virtual reality suit throughout the entire game. That's definitely something we haven't seen before and could have made the character a lot more intimidating than he's seen by most people. And if you look at the costume for Mysterio, you'll notice it was identical to the game that came out after Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions. According to El Escapo, Beanox intended to take over the game after Shaba Games closed down in 2009, but Spider-Man Classic was eventually morphed into what we now know as Shattered Dimensions. Now I'll be honest guys, I wish this game was actually made myself, just because I'm curious how they would have worked Wolverine and Spider-Man into a game like this, especially with having panel-by-panel faithfulness to the original comic. If you played as Wolverine and you did the death of Gwen Stacy, how would the fight have differed? We don't know, but it's something to speculate about. If you want to check the concept art for yourself and see what else was said about the game, it is in the description. Links to both 3D and 2D art. What do you guys think? Do you think the game sounds alright? Would you have bought it? Do you wish we got this instead of Shattered Dimensions? Let me know what you guys think, and I'm out for now.